Right, good evening, heroes and heroines, and welcome to Practising Programming in C. Apologies for the delay. I was having a meal while watching a program called The Trip, starring Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon, which is a fantastic program. If you can find it somewhere, highly recommend that you watch it. And then once I was ready to stream, the audio was fouling up. And when I say the audio, it's not a software problem, it's a cabling problem. It's the USB cable connecting with the USB socket. It's all that nonsense. So I've jammed that in, and hopefully it'll be stable now. And the other problem was then the internet. I was just like dropping frames. So I've rebooted my router, and hopefully that will now be okay. And I can see that I haven't dropped a single frame yet. The mic is going through. Can I just play a blast of this? I can. But I can't play this song because it's not on Bandcamp. So let's pick some music. Let's see how the chat is doing first. I am now known as Mobile. That's good to know. That is very good to know. Streams has probably picked up that I've gone live. Oh, he's... Okay, so he thinks I'm not live anymore. Fine, which is, yeah, that's perfectly understandable. So let's pick some music. See, I was listening to this stuff before, Kate Bush and Talk. Highly recommended again. Risk of Rain, yeah, let's see what else there is actually that I haven't listened to recently. I've listened to Organ Trail recently, I haven't. Right. This is quite a long soundtrack actually, so I think 57 minutes. So this should last us at least some of the time. So let's get 4K open. Insofar as we'll be glad to see that I've still got the select man page open here. I'd actually rebooted since last stream because I got a new kernel version, so you can see that the uptime is less than a day. So I've just I've also had to reopen this actual thing. bwt.c. And insofar as give me a heart with the Reno. Hello Nicole. Let's nuke this, and again we're doing Burrows-Wheeler transform. So I mean, with a bit of luck I'll just be able to do this kind of quickly. At least the stuff I was doing yesterday I should be able to do quite quickly. If argc is not C time, well, yeah, I mean, I'm writing in C though, dude, so I don't think I can use O time, can I? If argc is not 2, I want to fprint f, so I need this guy, stdio, and I think I will be mallocing later on, so I'll just standard lib as well. Fprintf, standard error, usage is going to be that, input file. I believe that's basically it. args0. OTime doesn't care about the language. Oh, okay. But you can't use it because bloody hell. Odin itself doesn't support Linux yet. How does Odin not support Linux yet? Ah, okay. Now this is Odin cares about language. Right, okay. Interesting. Right, so it just kind of takes the time at this point, and then it records that time, lets this do its thing, and then it records this time here. C for Katie time, not C time for well C. Right. I kind of thought it might have been a bit of both, actually. Asking to Bill. Is he in the chat? Has Bill arrived? He hasn't. Can't ask him. Results. Return. So this is built. Right, let's just see if it runs. It does run. Awesome. So now I want to load the in file. And I might as well do the error checking just to appease the fantastic Harry Drake. If in file, F open args 1, open it as readable, right? Is that enough parentheses? I think that's enough parentheses. Then we want to p-error with args 0. Otherwise we can assume that we've got the file open. I do delete the kernel free session, yeah. Well, that's the whole point. The whole point of the practicing programming in C thing is that you're supposed to do 30 minutes of programming and throw it away. I mean, I'm totally violating the 30 minutes bit, but I am throwing it away. So yeah, I mean, I'm not actually building anything here per se. I'm literally practicing and just kind of, I mean, I'm kind of drilling myself to kind of just get all this stuff internalized. Well, I mean, I'm only doing quite small stuff, you see. And it's also helpful because it does free you up to it frees you up to try it, you know, to just write code. You know, like if you have that pressure on yourself to, you know, that you want to write something and you want to keep it. Well, I mean, if rather than saying, I mean, if you say that if you say to yourself that you want to write something and you're going to keep it, that's a little bit of pressure from like future you. Like you want to kind of make sure that your stuff is going to be okay. Like you're not going to want to like have to redo work. Whereas like kind of throwing it away, it relieves you of that pressure. So you can just kind of go for it, really. Submitted no time, by the way. Yeah, I saw actually. It will be going through the whole review process. The whole mysterious handmade dev review process. I don't think that's a secret, is it? It's not a secret that it goes through a process. File in file. If we don't open it, then we p-error and return 1. If we do open it, then let's read the in file into a buffer, right? Point off, should I just switch? Oh, really? Well, according to this, I'm not dropping frames per se. It's probably just my internet connection, unfortunately. This is 9.5 minutes into the stream. Let me just make a note of that. 9.5 minutes into the stream. Okay, fine for interferers. I'll just try and see if I can see what it looks like on the Twitch vid. But if it's okay for insofar, then it could be on your end. Cool. Car in buffer. Oh, it's malloc. Oh yeah, I need to be testing the mallocing, don't I? So, right here, if the so if we don't get the malloc, We need the size. We're seeking in the in file. In file. 0 offset and seek ends. Int in size is equal to ftel on the in file. And we want to seek to the beginning of the in file again. Interesting. Same thing last time we dropped. I mean, I've got to assume that, like, if that is saying no dropped frames, then it's not dropping frames, basically. But like I say, like the upload speed is also low, so I don't know. FC, oh, we're just marking the in size. So if we manage to do this, or rather if we don't manage to do this, then we know that this errored. And return 1. Otherwise we will have to free at some point, right? In buffer. And we can now read into the file. So beyond Strustrup caused frustration. And once we've read it in, we can then close that file. Let's see if any of that worked. This should fail. This should fail. This should succeed. Good. So it's doing what it should be doing, which is always good. Not that I'm a totally draconian overlord who like requires that everything does what it's supposed to do. But you know what I mean. I've got the info. So now we want to, so we've got this stuff in my buffer. So this is where I want to be looping over this buffer and filling up my BWT array. Matrix rather. In size. In size. Will that work? Yeah. Right. So, I wonder actually if I should initialize that to 0. Do you know what I mean? Oh, right. Fine. And I can't really define the insides because that's figured out by this guy. Yeah, fine. So, right, so we've got the matrix, so it's 4. So we want the axes, don't we? And the outer loop is for y-axis. Y-axis less than the in size. Plus the y-axis. And the inner loop is going to be, there's 2 loops here, right? Oh, actually, this is where Joggy had the cool modulus thing going on. So let me see if I can just do that. I quite liked it because it it saved a loop basically. And he was doing it like BWT matrix, y-axis, x-axis. So you're always doing that. It's going to be equal to it's something in the in buffer. Something in the in buffer. It's like it is modulo the in size at the end. So he was doing the rotation in the other direction to me. So I will do that rotation before. Well, unless I accidentally do it the right way, I'll try and do it his way, and then do it the way that I actually want it. In size. Take away what I feel like it's the y-axis. Modulo the in size. Right. Right, really? That's so interesting. Like, yeah, that is the fix. I'm not sure I understand why that's a problem. But, you know, because I've set it up here, like, why does it care? Why does it care that I need to do it down there? I mean, I suppose since it does, I might as well not bother doing it there. So now that I've done that matrix, let's just see if it actually runs. It does run. Let's now print the BWT matrix, should we? Right, okay. So the first thing here has to do something. It has to set something. I mean, I get that the final thing has to increment. This is doing a check, isn't it? This is saying, well, that's less. If you're doing the first bit, you can do like, oh, that's true actually. Interesting. I also wonder if this x-axis equals 0 is correct, by the way. Yeah, it might not be correct. So it was something like percent. Was it %.s? I could actually look at the docs for this. And it was the in size and the BWT matrix. Let's see if this actually works. No, of course it doesn't. So, right. Man printf. Ah, cheers. This page doesn't seem to be the correct thing either. I was going to call you tools. So let's see what this does. Could it work? Interesting. So that's printing off a bunch of those guys, but there's only so many of them. Y-axis, X-axis. Did I build it? Insides take away Y-axis. Should be 0. Somewhere in the man page in chapter 2 or 3. Go to the field with this, so you can do like %.s20s to pick the first 20. As I mentioned, you can use that to get the number from a separate argument. Ah, right. Awesome. The argument being this guy in size. Oh, also, yeah, right. It's not that, is it? It's actually this. That's what I actually want. Although that isn't actually filling any more up. The inside. What is what's in the corpus? That's a submarine rob people with a 6 gun, right? So it's printed out the same number of S's as there are characters in the string. Requesting what? Requesting X. In buffers, you would inside. Let's try then the X-axis. This is just like trial and error. Right. So my question here is, why is it not done all? Well, obviously because the loop's busted, but because it should do this loop. It should do the inner loop in size times, right? And then it should do the outer loop. You know, it should do this. Oh right, okay, so right, okay, so this seems more like it actually. Obviously it's not right, but you know. So it's doing the right number of loops through. I think I might actually just change this because I'm not understanding how it's actually working. I am going to change to do the other behaviour. You know, the thing that I did yesterday. So let's get a pointer into the BWT thing. Probably need this, maybe? Yeah. So that's the start of the BWT matrix. Yeah, this feels correct. And then for the first loop, you're doing the second half. First half of string. It's not actually half, it's like portion. Second half and first portion. So let's just write that down. Right, so the second portion of the string is going to be x-axis is going to be equal to in size take away y-axis. And until the x-axis is less than in size take away y-axis. Right. And for the first portion, it's going to be for x-axis is equal to 0. It's actually, it's just this, isn't it? X-axis is less than the in size take away y-axis, and then plus the x-axis. Okay. So for this, we're going to do the value at the BWT pointer is equal to whatever's in the in buffer. It's at a particular location, so in buffer at x-axis maybe. Yeah, I think this is right actually, because BWT is going to be moving to different places. So let's see what this guy does. Where's my cursor? Interesting. It's printed an S. BWT pointer is equal to... Oh, I'm not incrementing the BWT pointer. Would S be the right final character? I mean, probably must be. Some memory of the has been new line, summary pen, n new line, dim en new line. Yeah, right. So this is correct. This is what I want. So right, I'm at the point where I can actually do the sort. Right. So let's just write my sort function again. Yeah, this might be kind of interesting actually, because I'm not sorting characters here, I'm going to be sorting strings. It's going to take a string. It's going to take two strings actually. Actually, it's going to take... It's going to take the matrix, isn't it? And it's going to return... It's going to take and return the matrix. And it's the swap function that's going to take That's going to take a string. I think. So it's going to take a matrix. Length of the matrix, and it has to return the matrix, right? So let's just see what this actually does. If I just try and sort it, new matrix is going to be equal to sort on the BWT matrix. Just see if this is actually how you call it. No. Oh yeah, two figures. Incompatible points. Yeah, okay. Okay. Car matrix sorted. Oh. Is it like no? Surely it's not one of these. Because all I'm trying to do here, right, is just make sure that I can actually pass a matrix to the sort function and have it return the matrix. That's all I wanted to do. Take the car star star matrix. Incompatible integer to pointer conversion. Try to figure out how to brute force the number of things. Okay, so yeah. It is a two-dimensional array, right? Unless, do I just pass it as a pointer to the first element of it? That's interesting. That's interesting. It's kind of made it into a flat array. That is kind of interesting. I wonder if I care about that. I mean, I could potentially, as well as passing the matrix size, I could pass like the length of each axis. So just the in size, in other words. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not a matrix now, is it? So it depends how you want to sort it, / how it should look like after sorting. Yeah, I mean, after sorting it, I just want to be able to then take the final column of all the lines. So I suppose I do need. Well, I mean, I just need the in size. I'm not sure. I don't understand why. Or rather, I'm not sure I understand. Ah, hang on. Do I have to return a point to the matrix? Let's do the sort function though. Although I can't, can I? Because I need to know what I'm passing around. So the return is unnecessary. Okay, so you're just saying void it, basically. In which case, can I then pass this guy like this? And this guy like this? No. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, then it's just, well, hang on a minute. Yeah, that's out, right. There is this guy down here, actually, isn't there? I don't know, I think I'll just try and bash through this and see what happens. J is equal to I. J is less than length plus J. I mean, I might as well just do it in line here, actually. Oh, right. Okay, so, so I've gone all the way back in my history, it's just nuked it. Oh yeah, of course, because this is already the value at I and the value at J. Oh, right, yeah. Temp is equal to that, and then, sorry, yeah, it's complete bullshit, isn't it? Car temp is equal to the value at matrix I. Blimey. God. Matrix J. Matrix I, rather, is equal to J. Right. And then matrix J is equal to temp. Still not right. I is equal to J, and J is equal to 10. Yeah, but it's not this, is it? Dear me. Uh, this looks more like it. Thank goodness for that. It's just a character. It's going to be equal to that. So now basically, right, what I want to be able to do here is to say like I want to be able to compare strings. I do feel like I did this last year actually. So I do seem to remember sorting people's nicknames. This is taking in a matrix, which isn't a matrix at all, it's just a string. And it's the length of the string. Sorry, it's the length of the matrix. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've lost some information that I need. You know, because I've sent this stuff as a string, so I've given a pointer to the to the start of the matrix, but it doesn't know. I mean, it's kind of like the square root of the matrix side, isn't it? Strings. I feel like I will want like a temporary matrix. Let me see. Unless you want to make a copy. You will be modifying the matrix and passing to the return to necessary. So the return's gone. I've got a pointer to the start of the matrix, but I don't have pointers to the start of each line. I know that I don't know that each line is the length that it is. Int I is equal to 0. I is going to be iterating through everything. I want to be incrementing I by the length. Let me just pass the normal length in, the insize. Okay, so there's an S at the bottom here. So this is all the characters. If this is greater than this, then car temp, then we need to read, I feel like I want to read like the length characters into a temporary buffer. But by the same token, I feel that that's unnecessary. That I should be able to do this with pointers. If you know what I mean, because I mean at this rate I'm going to be like, I'm going to have like 3 for loops here, the way I'm going here. So I'd kind of be like, yeah, this feels completely bonkers. Is that the soundtrack finished? No. Just do a bit of testing here. String A is equal to something. String B is also is equal to string A. So I've set string A to be equal to string, so set string B to be equal to string A without having to loop over it, so it's definitely possible to do. But the thing is, the string in this case is the whole matrix. So I'm trying to get a subdivision of the matrix, which I don't want to have to do. If that makes sense. I really want to have passed in. I want to have passed in the matrix like a 2D thing. Unless maybe it's not possible. Let's have a look online. Something that shapes the matrix, so right. And also the size, right. Right, so that was the correct calling convention. BWT matrix is still a matrix, is it, at this point? We've sorted the BWT matrix. Yeah, maybe at this point it's not even a matrix. Incompatible pointer types passing car in size. Car? What? So it takes a matrix. In size is an int, isn't it? Where is this thing? Yeah, inside this is an int. Sorry, BWT matrix, right, passing car. If your matrix is 2D, int, oh, it's int. But the previous is wrong. Passing arrays as function arguments in C. Yeah, I don't know how big it is though, do I? So this person wants to do it like that. Yeah, again it wants to be passing, he wants to be specifying a number, which I don't know. I think we've come to the same point as we have yesterday, and I think I might have to call it a day. Possibly. Uh, hmm. But a measure of arbitrary size. Oh, you're going to be bitterly disappointed. It treats it as a 1D array. Hardcode the sizes of all dimensions as constants. Is that true? You have to treat it as 1D and calculate the indexing yourself. To do that, you have to understand the way. So, what do you think, folks? Is that actually true, what the person's saying? That you have to hard code the sizes of all dimensions as a constants, apart from the first one. Otherwise, you have to treat it as a 1D array. Because that's what I was kind of heading towards there. I was heading towards treating it as a 1D array. And if that's what I've got to do, then I suppose that's what I've got to do, isn't it? Don't pay enough attention, sorry. Okay. I mean, basically all this person's saying is that in order to pass a multidimensional array as parameters to a function, you have to hardcode the sizes of all dimensions as constants, apart from the first one. But if you can't do that, if you can't do it as a constant, you have to just treat it as a 1D array. So another look. It's past multi-dimensional array. So that probably isn't true with C99. Right. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for you insofar as multi-dimensional arrays and functions. I mean, maybe actually I should just do some reading. So like before the next practice session, so teaching just needs a function with a type. So yeah, I don't really need a type. Function with a type arc, type star arc. Yeah, that's what I thought. So you're basically saying that you need to, the function takes a something star star. But I mean, the sticking point then is this bit. I get incompatible pointer types. I just can't figure out how to actually send the whole thing. Unless you have to do it like this. No. If sort takes a car star star, you can't pass sort B division. Well, hang on a minute. I do need to press. Oh, I need to press insides twice. I think. One moment. Let me just see. Something that takes a. Right. Let's just do something that takes a matrix, just for ease. Right. So it takes a matrix. Something that takes a matrix. And what have we got going on here? So, right, yeah. So I'm actually using something that takes a matrix here. Something that takes a matrix, it just takes a car matrix. Car star star matrix. It's a void function. And then when I call it like this, what's it for there? Oh, interesting. It's that. Incompatible pointer types passing car. Hang on a second. Get rid of that guy. Well, car insides to parameters type car star star. Yeah, I don't understand why that's a problem, because this means that, you know, these are like dimensions, and these things here are pointers, right? And there's two of each thing. We said C99 VLA. I mean, how am I building this? I mean, I'm not specifying. Right. VLA, variably length array. Variable length array. Okay, interesting. That is actually interesting that you've never used a 2D VLA, because that suggests to me that I'm going along the wrong path here. Yeah. Okay. Let's call it there, because it's been over an hour. It's been an hour and 9. Hasn't been the traditional 2 hours quite yet, but I feel like I've kind of hit a bit of a brick wall. So yeah, if we're doing this, I just mark inside and I get a 1D car array, do the 2D and okay, right, interesting. So that's kind of what I was heading towards doing. So if I have to do that, then that's what I'll do. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I'll try and remember that for tomorrow. Unfortunately, I just did exactly the same as yesterday. I didn't do the modulus thing that Joggy had given me. I tried to do it, but I didn't manage to do it. But then we tried to figure out how to do this multi-dimensional array stuff. So I mean, we made a bit of progress, I suppose. We figured out how to copy a string. Well, kind of copy, I mean, you know, make it so you could index it from different places, refer to it from different places. Yeah, but anyway, that is all for now. So I'll just say thank you very much for being awesome and heroic and helpful and magnificent and beautiful. And yeah, say see you tomorrow. So farewell for now.